What do you to this is your boy Sherry Speaks, and today I'm gonna talk to you guys about third episode of third season of The Flash, titled Magenta. And man, was this episode fucking epic! It was wonderful, from top to bottom. All right, here we go. Starts off, Iris and Barry try to have a date. That didn't go so well. Then we also have the asshole known as Julian, who happens to be the senior forensic scientist that works with Barry. Damn. All right, moving forward, we go to the villain at hand, Magenta, aka Frankie Kane, who happens to be an orphan who lives with an abusive ass father who abuses both the mother by the name of Karen and who has the father who has about three charges of disorderly conduct under his belt. Total dick, right? So when he comes home from work, he doesn't see dinner on the table. The average classic, asshole father. And then we find out, hey, you know what? She has a dissociable disorder, meaning she has a split personality. Magenta, and go figure, Magenta is a split personality. And so, with that being said, she literally moves, she goes Magneto on his ass, takes a light pole, which weighs tons, and smacks him upside the fucking head with it. Breaks his arm in whole. I don't fucking blame her. I would do the same shit if you abused me and shit. And he goes to the hospital. She's about to go finish the damn job. She's about to drop a tanker on her ass, on his ass. Only difference is, now he's in a hospital full of people, and she's not under control. Magenta's under control. The split personality, and Magenta wants to take control, but she can't do that. And that's what she got pissed off with Alchemy about. She actually went to Alchemy. Alchemy told her, "Listen, I restored your power to its maximum potential. It's up to you to get rid of Frankie." And so she can't do that. So now, back to the tanker. She's getting ready to drop the tanker. Barry needs some help. Creates a funnel, but if she tries to attack him, he's gonna be vulnerable. So Jesse Quick comes to the rescue. And also, side note, Jesse finally gets her powers. Wells comes to the portal to Earth 1 from Earth 2 to try to get Jesse from using her powers because he doesn't think it's safe. It takes to the end of the episode just for him to realize, hey, my daughter's a speedster. I have to accept that. You know, and also it's a little somber note for Wally because he was hit by the dark matter too. So where the hell is the kid Flash? Where's my speedster powers? And that really strikes his. I think it really strikes his ego a little bit, pretty tough, and he becomes envious. So he walks. He has to talk with Jesse. And he thinks, and she tells him, she tells him one day she was walking home from a friend's house. Then all of a sudden a car was getting ready to hit her. She just stood there frozen. All of a sudden time slowed down, and that's how her powers came. And then Wally comes to the conclusion that hey, you kickstarted your own powers, and so that gave Wally the impression that hey, maybe if I get, wait, maybe before a car hits me, then maybe I'll get my powers that way. Nope, not gonna happen. But with that being said, I really feel like if Wally's really that desperate for his speedster powers, that he might just go to Doctor Alchemy himself to get his powers. That's one of my theories. The other one is that he may end up getting his speedster powers a little later from, working on one of his supercars through a freak accident. Oh, this is my second one, not the first one. Also, is anyone gonna is Team Flash ever gonna notice that Caitlin has powers? Because if you remember when Wells was trying to recruit people to talk to Jesse, she was really adamant on staying away and not talking to her because no one knows that she has, Killer Frost powers. No one knows that she got that frostbite. Yeah, I said it. But anyway, I'm really curious to see how that's gonna work out for her as well. As far as her having powers, I think that would be pretty damn dope. But I really hope that she would use her powers for good and not for evil. Maybe when her powers do surface, Caitlin's, maybe that's the big betrayal that many people were speculating back in season 2. Maybe the effect that Jay had on her, which I think it might have been erased. I don't know. I'm not sure. May still be lingering in her. Maybe alchemy is gonna bring that potential out of that darkness out from within her. And congrats to Barry for speaking to Frankie to get her to calm down and realize, hey, the evil does not work if you fight against it. If you fight it and win, the evil no longer exists. The darkness within you does not become awakened. And also Barry made a very valid point too while he was calming Frankie down to bring her back to herself. Is that people who take their frustrations out on people in a really bad way, such as that, which such a such as what was displayed in this episode and throughout life, are people who do not forgive themselves for what they have done. It's simply it's simply a crude and cruel ass coping mechanism to deal with the fact that they have not forgiven themselves for what they've done. And so big ups for Barry for that too. Also big ups to Caitlyn for attempting to talk her out, just talk Jesse out of using her powers. And also big ups to Wally for finally realizing that, hey, I'll probably get my powers someday. And now he's possibly also gonna think that maybe if he dreams hard enough, maybe then his powers will be awakened and he'll become a speedster. Who knows? But that's my whole review on the episode. I think it was great from top to bottom. I gave it a 10 out of 10. It's your boy Chase Sweets. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment on what you guys think about the video. It's your boy Chase Sweets, man. I love y'all. One love.